This month is the 30th anniversary of National Poetry Month, which the Academy of American Poets began in 1996. Last week, our speakers included Woodbury's former poet laureate, Sandy Carlson. This week, I'm so pleased to introduce the State of Connecticut Beat Poet Laureate 2023-2025, Patricia Martin. Patty is an author, poet, and freelance writer, communications professional who's been featured at numerous venues, festivals, on the radio and television, and published in various periodicals and anthologies. A member of the Authors Guild, the Nonfiction Authors Association, and the Connecticut Poetry Society, Patty is the author of 6 nonfiction books, a poetry collection, and a haiku chapbook. So, Patty Martin, welcome to Justice Southbury. Right into it. Right into it.
Thank you so much. It's a great pleasure to be here, and I admire your dedication and all that you've been doing and drawing attention to why we need to love one another and have social justice in this crazy world of ours. I'm going to read 3 pieces. I'm going to read 3 pieces. Here I am. This is better. Good. The first one is called Vision, and it has to do with what you guys are doing, like not closing your eyes and just standing up for what's right and what's just. Don't close your eyes. Don't turn away. It's what you can't see that gets in the way. The blindness it lulls as it puts you to sleep, shuts out the pain, thoughts can't run too deep. Pretend it's not there, pretend it's not there, because if you look, you might have to care. Scoundrels seek apathy, a stupor-like state that keeps you in line so you won't deviate from numbing normality, the middle of the road. Once you think for yourself, life's a heavier load. You'll see the injustice. You'll feel all the pain. You'll hear all the madness and feel all the shame. Pretend it's not there. Pretend it's not there, because if you look, you might have to care. Ask them no questions, they'll still tell you lies, all prettied up in sweet-smelling disguise. You pick up the blindfold you wear readily, so you won't have to look and don't have to see. Pretend it's not there, pretend it's not there, because if you look, you might have to care. When truth looks squarely right into your eyes, it glares, it shatters, it makes you cry. So many wounds begging to be healed, so many realities waiting to be revealed. And then you'll see the injustice, you'll feel all the pain, you'll hear all the madness, and feel all the shame. Release the blinders, untie the cord. Vision is power, and truth is the sword. Change begins with a sweeping view. So open your eyes, it starts with you. Don't close your eyes. Don't turn away. It's what you can't see that gets in the way. Thank you. This next piece is called Skin on Poppies. And it speaks to how no matter what nationality, no matter what color our skin, we're all part of the same human family, and we all belong together and to respect each other. Black, white, yellow, bronze, brick. Skin on poppies. We all bleed the same, like the flowers in Flanders Field. Eyes blink, seeing or not. Lips curl in smile or snarl. Noses discern scent and intent. Heads twist and turn. Thoughts provoke. We inhale, we exhale. Gasp in joy, in ecstasy, in sorrow, in pain. Sighs escape like mist, and dreams, conceived in the womb of night, burn bright. Fingers seek hands, seek skin, seek comfort, seek desire, seek pleasure, seek heat, seek love, seek oneness. Color is misleading. It can turn on you. Seen in a false mirror, reflecting the illusion of otherness, perpetuating a rift in unity, undermining the dignity of humanity. Despite our sheath, despite our fragile skin, in our heart of hearts and soul of soul, we all want, we all need, we all bleed the same, poppy red. And that's from my poetry collection, In Venice I Could Sing. And now, I'd like to bring up my dear friend, good neighbor, therapist, and super passionate activist, Jacki, Alessio. Love you. We're going to do a anti-war duet. And what it is called Blood and Ink. And what I did was weave together excerpts from letters that soldiers on the front lines wrote home to their loved ones. They're not editorialized. They're actual excerpts in wars from the revolutionary times to Iraq. And just hearing their words from the battlefields, I believe, makes an extremely powerful statement and plea for peace. Blood and ink. Soldiers' letters home from war. Dear folks, Mommy and Dad, Pa, dearest mother, beloved wife, sweetheart mine, my precious. I am still in the land of the living. All the gang are writing post-mortem letters and kind of half ashamed of themselves for doing it.
It's a strange feeling for me, but a very real one. That every letter I write home to you may be the last that I write, or you read.
I don't know why I am writing this. I really hope that this letter never gets to you, because if it does, it means I am dead.
I write, for you will be sure to hear that I was killed in the fight last Sunday. For it was reported that I was, but I write this with my own hand to testify that I am yet in the land of the living.
It is pretty hard to check out this way without a fighting chance. But we can't live forever. I'm not afraid to die. I just hate the thought of not seeing you again.
I don't want you to think that I'm depressed. Indeed, on the contrary, I am very cheerful. But out here, in odd moments, the realization comes to me how close death is to us. It seems like a dream more than anything else.
They have been teaching us bayonet fighting. It makes your arms ache when you lunge at an imaginary enemy, the rifle at arm's length. With this hard training, they will either make a man of me or kill me. You ought to see me in my shrapnel helmet and gas mask. It would make you laugh.
Here I am, 20 years old now. I'm a man now, not a teenager anymore.
I recently saw some of the dead boys they had taken off the battlefield. If some of the men back home, whom of personal ambition attempt to prolong the war, could see them, I'm sure the war would end soon.
When you look at them, you can't help but think, why are they dead? I hope these men have not given their lives for empty words.
You know how they say war is not like the movies show it? Well, they're wrong. It's exactly like the movies.
Such a storm of balls. I never conceived possible for men to live through shot and shell shrieking and crashing canister and bullets whistling, hissling most fiend-like through the air until you could see them, almost see them.
Oh Lord, if ever a fellow was afraid, absolutely frightened to death, it was this child.
A rattle of musketry, at first like pattering drops upon a roof, then a roll, crash, roar, and rush, like a mighty ocean billow upon the shore, chafing the pebbles, wave on wave, with deep and heavy explosions, like a crashing of thunderbolts. How close death is to us. Soldiers like a general that loves and tries not to lose them.
I shall never forget that battle. My company suffered most. There are only 4 of us left out of 100. I consider myself lucky getting off with wounds.
Today is probably the worst day that I've ever lived in my entire short life. My best friend in this shithole was killed. He was only 22 years old. I feel that if I were half a second sooner in pulling that trigger, he would still be alive. Strange how short a time half a second is. The difference between life and death.
All the bodies had disappeared into the water. There was nothing left but blood and an empty raft. Swarms of sharks were everywhere. The sharks ate well today. Later, darkness descended, and the rains came.
The third shell struck and killed my horse, bursting, blew him to pieces, knocked me down, and tore off my right arm.
One may get used to rifle bullets, and does, but you can never get used to the shells. They make such an awful noise.
The truth is, when bullets are whacking against tree trunks, and solid shot are cracking skulls like eggshells, the consuming passion in the breast of the average man is to get out of the way.
In less than 1 minute, a relatively peaceful day went straight to hell. After you've been here only as short a time as I have, your ideas change.
If there is a place called hell, this surely must be it. We must be and the devil's disciples, doing all his dirty work.
I keep asking myself, if there is a God, then how the hell come young men with so much to live for have to die?
Perhaps you would like to know that the spirit of men out here now, the truth is, every man is fed up, almost past bearing. Not a single one has an ounce of what we call patriotism left in him.
All that every man desires now is to get done with it and go home. The greatest hope of a great majority is that rioting and revolt at home will force the government to pack it in on any terms.
No, big thing, but I finally got to take a shower after a week. Boy, did I stink. The dirt must have been a quarter of an inch thick.
I need a fountain pen. I need a wristwatch of the shock-proof variety. Both my fountain pen and wristwatch are broken. I also need a sleeveless woolen khaki-colored sweater.
I received your partial. The pineapple was delicious. The banana was crushed, but I ate it. It was just the same.
Yesterday was Thanksgiving. Most of the doughboys had turkey. It's amazing when you think of all of us so far from home, observing still in the midst of a battlefield, Thanksgiving.
I think that we shall see a fight soon. I know not where I shall be next when I arrive. We have 2 succession spies here in camp, and a nigger that knows when there is a lot of guns, wagons, mules, and other things. He says that he will write me, and that they are, or he will tell me where they are if I go with him and take some of the men with me.
I have flown 1,500 hours now, and in those hours I could tell you a lifetime story. Today I am 21, far away but coming home older. I dream of her hand touching mine, telling me to come home. But I wake up and it's some sergeant telling me I have to fly.
He got his death wound when fighting desperately side by side with me in the wildest hand grenade and machine gun fight man could live or die in. I am said to have absolutely no nerves. I saw over 100 of our men blown to fragments. A big shell about 200 yards from where I was lying. It turned midnight, and I think I will sleep now.
If we never meet on this earth, I hope we will meet in heaven, where partings will be no more.
When this reaches you, for me, there will be no more war. Only eternal peace. And waiting for you.
Au revoir, my own sweetheart. God will keep you safe till the storm's over. I really did love you with all I had. You were everything to me.
I won't live till morning. So goodbye, my friends. May God be with you all. Goodbye. God bless my poor soul.
It seems like a dream more than anything else.